Hello, and welcome to Productivity for Solopreneurs, where each Wednesday at 1 p.m. Central Time, I share on a topic relating to insights to getting things done. Welcome. So today is live number 130, and our topic is what you don't see. So let me know you are watching by saying hi in the comments or liking the video or interacting in some way so I know that you are here or were here. And for those of you who do not know me, my name is Evie Burke, and I help women entrepreneurs take their productivity and their profits to a new level. They are ready to end the distractions, streamline their business and their life, and increase the time they have for other things that maybe aren't their business. So they are potentially feeling a little bit of overwhelm and exhaustion. There's a lot of things that they want to do in their business and in their life, but in their business, they're not interested in working 9 to 12-hour days on a regular basis. Once in a while, that's one thing, but regularly, So they want to be fully present in everything that they do, whether that's business or personal, and they want to have healthy boundaries. So I help them create impactful solutions that focus on getting their high priority areas completed so they can grow their business with confidence. So today's topic is what you don't see. And before I start, I want you to know that today's topic isn't a typical productivity topic, right? It's not a typical, here's what you need to do to get more done or to have more time or something like that. However, today's topic can definitely negatively impact your productivity and the goals that you set for yourself. So I'm going to share a couple of stories and it will all make sense. So just bear with me. I promise it will make sense. So this morning, yes, actually this morning, as of this recording, I was talking with someone and the topic of the state of her desk came up, and she shared that she was frustrated by all of the piles that were covering her desk. And we talked about it for a little bit, and I shared that when I was a kid, my mom, one of the nicknames that I would occasionally hear in reference to myself was pile child. I was her pile child. P-I-L-E, child. So she always knew where I had been sitting in the living room based on the piles of things that were there. So I always had a pile or two of whatever I had been working on near me in the living room. And as we chatted a bit more, this woman I was talking with said, well, do you have piles on your desk now? And I shared, yes. I have a couple of piles on my desk now. The piles are over here. You can't see them, but they're over here. And they are receipts and credit card statements from this year that I haven't processed yet and put together and filed away. And, that's generally what my pile is one or two piles of bills or receipts or statements that I haven't put away. They generally live in one spot on my desk. They've spilled out a little bit because some of them have been organized and some of them haven't, so I have them separated. But that's generally what my piles look like. Now, on to the next topic. So I have 3 drafts in different states of completion on 3 different topics that were potentially going to be used for this week's live topic. But I am not happy with any of them. The message isn't clear. They have some good starts, but there's not a clear way to finish them. I don't have a end point with them. I have the beginning of the story where I can tell the story, but there's not really a point to that story. And on to our last topic now here. Last week I was talking with somebody who shared that she felt unprepared when she was networking. Everyone else seemed so together and so confident when they were networking. And she was comparing herself to those people, and she was feeling uh, perhaps a little bit um, not as good as, or, there was a lot of comparison going there. And as we were talking about it, the metaphor I used is people that are out networking are kind of like those Instagram pictures that you see, because in those Instagram pictures, you feel like you're getting a glimpse into someone's perfect life, right? They're staged wonderfully. There's beautiful vistas, there's beautiful colors, there's clear desks, right? Everything looks so good, and it feels like you're getting a glimpse into their life, and that their life and their business is so perfect. But what you don't see is all of the time it took to get the hair and the makeup to look perfect. And you don't see, maybe that was somebody that they hired to actually do the hair and makeup, and maybe somebody who cleaned their office, or maybe it's not even their office. Maybe they're on a set somewhere, right? You don't, they're not sharing that stuff. You're not seeing that. You also don't see how many pictures they took to get that perfect one. You don't see how long it took to get that perfect picture, or all the playing with lighting that they might have done. You don't see the screaming kids that were in the background, or maybe that they were dealing with that morning. You don't see the stress and frustration. You don't see all the things that went wrong. You don't see all the things that they're worried about that they have to do maybe after they're done with this shoot, and you don't see their bank account numbers. And sometimes they're not anywhere near as healthy as they pretend. Sometimes they are, but sometimes they're not. You only see what they want you to see. Networking can be the same, right? You don't see how they went to all of these events where they talked to nobody because they were not feeling confident. You don't see them taking a break in the bathroom just because they're trying to recouple or reorient themselves and recenter, or just kind of be away from the hustle and bustle of the networking. And hey, I've done that. I've done that one multiple times, where I will run, and especially when I was first starting networking, where I would go to the bathroom and I would just sit in the bathroom for a minute, just because I needed to be by myself for a little bit and kind of regroup and reset my intention. You don't see, again, back to, the networking, you don't see all of the times they miffed their 30-second introduction, or felt awkward and uncomfortable doing it. And you might have actually seen them feeling awkward or uncomfortable, but you didn't think they were feeling awkward or uncomfortable, right? And you don't see any number of the things happening behind the scenes of their business or their life right now. You see what they are choosing to share with you and how they have decided to show up that day, right? Which is fine. We all do those things, but when you are comparing all of the things that you know are going on for you in your life, and the things that you see aren't working for you, and you're comparing yourself with how other people are showing up and how you perceive them, you're not comparing apples to apples, right? You're comparing the quote, right? You're comparing your insides to someone else's outsides. And so the two stories at the beginning that I shared that kind of seemed like they didn't have anything to do with anything, that's why I shared them, is because here you don't see those piles over here on my desk, right? You are seeing the camera angle that I have selected that you see, right? You are seeing the bookshelf to the side of me with all these candles and stuff, right? You're seeing the view that I want you to see. You're not seeing the bookshelf and the mess over in that corner. You're not seeing the pile of stuff over here on my desk. You're seeing what I have allowed you to see based on how I've set up my camera. The reason I shared about the 3 unused topics is because sometimes it can feel, when you're watching somebody doing a Facebook Live, or somebody reading somebody's newsletter their newsletter comes out every single week, it can feel like somehow they just know, they magically come up with these topics and it seems so easy for them. But you don't see the multiple drafts that they're not sharing that are behind the scenes. You're only seeing what they're sharing with you, what they're bringing up. And I'm looking at my notes here because now I've lost my spot. Da, 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 da. Yeah. So where you are is perfect, right? Some people are ahead of you, some people are behind you, and it is all good, right? You have an inside track to the things that are and aren't working for you right now, but you can't see those things in other people unless they give you a glimpse into it. And even then, it's only a glimpse, it's only a little tiny piece of it. While you have a front row seat to your own life and to your own business. So keep this in mind when you find yourself comparing yourself to other people, that you're just seeing what they are choosing to share with you while you're comparing it to everything that you know is going on for you. So when you find yourself doing that comparison, just stop it, all right? Because where you are is absolutely perfect. And that doesn't mean that you don't try to improve or change things, but you are where you are right now, and that's perfect for you. All right? So until next week, much love. Bye, everybody.